Yay.
What's up?
Welcome to my island. You ain't leaving. Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. I'm Catherine after all, and we are going to be touring my Animal Crossing New Horizons island. I've been playing the game since it came out on March 20th, 2020. I cannot believe it's already been 5 years, but I can believe that it's been 5 years and I have 2,300 hours in this game and still have not completed my island. Yeah, that tracks for me. However, I'm a changed woman and I complete projects now. I am no longer like the character from Fairly Odd Parents. And if you're watching this, you're watching yet another one of my finished projects, so go me. And eventually this island will be one of my finished projects. Okay, without further ado, let's take a look at my work in progress 2,300 hour island. I promise there is stuff to see. Okay, yeah, here we are on Wisteria. As you can see, I have a blue airport and an incredibly iconic Taylor Swift debut flag. There was a day that came and I thought, today's the day that I make my forever island. And so I did. I'm sort of a reset addict. I can admit it. Here's my map. As you can see, I have done a lot of terraforming and water forming. Why did I said that with so much confidence? Water forming. Aquascaping? Good grief. It's very different from how it started. Let's take a look at my villagers. I have all but one of my dreamies for this island. So we start here with Nate. He is unfortunately the one villager that I am waiting to ask to move so I can say yes, goodbye, so that I can move in Hazel. Very sad to say bye to Nate. I really like him, but I just really want Hazel. So my face cam is gonna cover the rest, so let me go. All right, next we have Daisy. She is my #1 gal, my ultimate dreamie. She's my favorite villager of all time, so of course she's here. Then we have Tabby, Sid, Sprocket, Tad, Megan, Roswell, Benjamin, and Tasha, and me, of course. And we have one human resident, I guess one other human resident, Aquamarine. She lives up there by the beach, so I'm sure you can imagine what her theming will be. I plan on having a lot more human villagers, human residents. I never really know how to distinguish them from the animal villagers, but I guess just human versus animal, except humans are animals, but these ones can talk, so there's really a conversation to be had about species lines. Anyway, I won't get into that. Don't start talking about human versus animal in front of an anthro major. We go on tangents. Anyway, so yeah, I have not created them yet, but I do have Aquamarine here working on upgrading her house and everything. I actually made a custom map design for this island. I've never done that before. I've really recently been tapping more into my creative side and not letting self-judgment get in the way. Here's what I came up with, and I have all these little sections. I have all these ideas. I can see it so clearly and completed in my head, and I hope that you can kind of see the vision too, or at least trust that I can get it there, and I will show you some finished examples of some of these areas. And I'm really excited to see how this island grows. I'm happy and excited to have this video up to just kind of, we can watch the evolution of this island. I really think it's going to change a lot, even though in a lot of ways it will stay the same. Like us all, huh? Okay, let's go. This has been long enough. Let's start my island tour. Okay, so here's my entrance. It's a little bit womp right now. Obviously, this is a work in progress island, so I'm not gonna keep reiterating that too much. I wanted the first level to feel very city-like and structured, and this code was a very easy choice to use for that look. This is by Krystal Kat. I have a lot of codes by Krystal Kat. I guess we can take a look here at what I have. Give you a little teaser for what's to come. Okay, mostly just concrete. Mostly concrete, but then this path for the more natural areas. Hi Roswell, how are you? You look so cute. Well, it's raining. It's not good for my hair, but it's great for taking moody selfies. My man, yes. You enter here to Nook's Cranny. I cannot wait to decorate this. Let's go to the left first. You can see here that the museum is this way. I have 2 inclines happening right now because, so this is the original one. This is the one that's the OG ramp. But then I just put this one in yesterday and I'm gonna delete the other one. So yeah, I think it looks really nice. I'm really excited for my vision here. It's really evolving, taking on this huge new caliber that I did not expect for myself to come up with. I don't know, but these gears, we're cooking with grease these days, so they are churning. Here is my museum area. As you can see, I'm going for like a playground, like I really want like a fun, almost abandoned amusement park vibe. Maybe it is giving abandoned right now because it's just so empty. Maybe I already completed that. And back here is Blather's little research area. I'm very happy with the way this looks. It's kind of almost done. I want a little bit more happening here by this stool, but you know, even still, it kind of just looks like a chopped down tree and you can just sit here and look out at the beautiful endless ocean. It's a lovely rainy day on Wisteria. This is when I plan on setting my dream address during a big storm like this. So this is perfect. I came on and it was raining and I was like, well, that's perfect. That's how I want it to look here. That's the vibe, you know, like Roswell was saying, for moody selfies and stuff. Anyway, his research area over here. Up here is what will eventually be the lighthouse area, but you know, so like I was saying, I have a vision. My vision is evolving for this area, and I would really like to terraform on the peninsula, put the lighthouse on top of it, kind of flesh out his research area a lot more, move the museum up onto that cliff, cut out the terraforming behind it so that you can walk from around over here and just cut sort of catty corner to the lighthouse area, Blather's research area. That's my vision. That's why I will be getting rid of this, because eventually I think this terraforming will be gone and it will make this nice alleyway between these two cliffs here. Stay tuned for that. We have our two middle inclines. We're entering the first neighborhood here. The first house on the left. Let's do this first. I was just working on this yesterday. This is Benjamin's house and he has the school. This is a cute little schoolyard. Everybody working on different stuff. I'm really loving using eclectic items, mismatched items. I very much like my islands and just designs in general, like in any game really, to be as realistic as they can be. Which is ironic, but I don't know, it's just how my brain works, I guess. I love this little, this little nook back here with the kitty bookcase and the mom's pen stand item with the festival garland in the back. I don't know, I'm really happy with this. Literally just this little corner. It looks cute. Love this glowing sign. I have a storage shed here because I like to put out, you know, functional objects so that I can use them when I'm going around. And, you know, here we have a DIY stand. We also have a kitchen. I guess, can I use this? You can use this to cook, right? Yeah. So I have that I can use. Of course, it's summer, so we've got a fan going right here. I can't wait to continuously change up all these elements on my island for the seasons. So you'll see in front of each villager house, they all have a mailbox, which is actually a trash can. So I have like millions of trash cans that I can use on this island, but it's kind of nice, you know, you never know when you'll need it. But you will also see this little seasonal spot. There's a little table outside every villager's house and they have a little something that's just kind of, you know, seasonally inspired. Summer's a little bit hard. I was just like, I don't know, what would someone put out for a decoration for summer? Like nothing really. It'll be much easier for like Halloween and Christmas, but I don't know. I thought Benjamin would just put out this nice little shell. Whatever, it just looks cute. Just little indicators of summer. I'm a big seasons girly. You'll be able to see down into Blather's research area, kind of the lighthouse, although very likely it's gonna move to the peninsula, but still. It's kind of, it just happened this way, but I kind of like that there's like all the intellectual stuff happening in one area. Yeah, that's just one of those like beautiful things that you can't really plan for, and then it happens and it's like, oh wow, I guess that's a sign I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction here. Across the street here, oh, and the crosswalk says we can cross safely. We have Nate's house, which will eventually become Hazel's, of course. So this is her yard. The theme for Hazel's area, I go back and forth a lot with this one. I can't remember what I put for Hazel's area. I just really like the areas to also be relevant to their personalities and their interests and whatever. And I'm finding Hazel difficult. At first, I think I thought I was gonna do like sort of like a yoga restorative. I don't know. That's why she has this like juice, like a juice cleanse or something. I don't know. I just see her as kind of being like healthy. But then my second thought for a theme for Hazel would be something kind of autumnal, like that she makes pies. I don't know, or like and jams and stuff. And you know, with all the items we have in this game, I think I could make a really cute area. It will look especially cute in the fall, but I want it to look cute all year round. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts if you have any. I'm definitely open to constructive feedback for the whole island, to be honest. Let me know. I don't know. If you have any and you want to share. I love this little bench right here. Just sit. I love how this turned out. Just these little little tiny little nooks. I just love it. I love, obviously, clutter, maximalism. So I'm trying to make a lot of little nooks and crannies on my island. I think I made that joke in my last video. Maybe I'll try to incorporate that in every video or something. Okay, here I bumped out the fence so that I could put in this customization area and workbench area, and honestly I think I'm gonna keep this forever. I really like the way this looks, and I was just on my island running around and I passed that and I just loved how natural that looked. Areas like this I really want to put around, just like little indents, slice of life areas. Here we have Benjamin. How you doing, buddy? Hi, buddy. He's up here enjoying this plot, which is Tad's. Looks like he is inside. I have not yet decorated any of my villager houses. I have not completed Happy Home Paradise yet on this file, but I plan to so that I can do all of my villager exteriors and interiors. I'm gonna go all out with that. Although Tad's exterior is kind of nice just the way it is. I'm honestly not mad about that. None of them are really that atrocious, but I want to get my hands on them and put as much color and knickknacks and things. Let me put things. No empty spaces. I want things. So of course Tad is a little froggy, so he has his little pond here. He's very close to the ocean, you know. Tad's area is kind of small, but I like that. I think he's just a little frog and he just has his little area. It's gonna be like a rainy day, sort of. I think I called it like springtime splash around or something like that. I just want it to be really just frogs and maybe some little duck items, lots of puddles and rain boots and just cutesy little snacks and things, you know, for a lazy frog villager. You get the vibe. Benjamin is really loving Tad's cicada, and I am too. He makes a sound every time I tap him. Normally I'd feel bad, but I love the sound it makes. Sorry, little cicada, I won't bother you anymore. You see Ellen. So that's Tad's summer item, obviously a bug. Over here, across the street from good old Tad, we have Tabby. She's inside too. She has a small yard in the front, but hers kind of goes over to the side here. She actually has there's a really large open area over here that backs up to the second neighborhood. So my vision for Tabby is that she's a lot like Graveyard Girl, super famous YouTuber. If you don't know her, look her up. She's fantastic. Her aesthetic is very specific in that it's very like macabre, similar to mine. And I think a lot of people nowadays of, you know, like creepy things like skulls and taxidermy and whatever weird stuff, aliens, all that. But she also loves like makeup and pink and sparkles and, you know, girly stuff. And I really like girly stuff too. Of course, this stuff is not actually gendered. I just happen to really identify with that. Anyway, she is going to have the island graveyard over here. I thought this was lots of room for a nice spooky graveyard. I'm very excited. You know, we can have graves down here, graves up here. So her area it's just gonna be like a bunch of like weird trinkets and just a real full lawn of somebody who collects a lot of stuff. Maximalist. Not a hoarder, they're a maximalist. Sorry, that's not. Tabby's exterior is not, it's not giving, but it will. She just has a flower because I don't know, I didn't know. Oh, I should put the Australopithecus skull. That. In fact, because I was trying to think of like a summary thing, but I think it's just gonna be there all year round. Oh, don't worry. I have a couple Australopiths on hand. Don't worry about it. Anth majors be like, I can't even tell you how it felt to be an anthropology major who is a sexy ass skull. Look at those zygomatics. Look at the zygomatic bones on this mother. I mean, have you ever? It's so sexy. Yup. Look at the design in this game. It's just so detailed. I love you, Australopithecus skull. I'm getting really distracted. Oh, hi. Okay, you just don't know what it meant to me to see this in the game. You don't know what it meant to me. And to see like the evolution in the museum, that whole thing, like anthro people all around the world were crying on that day. They cried. We cried. Tears of joy. And Tabby gets it. So she's gonna have this beautiful skull outside of her house probably year round because it makes me happy. And it happens to be right outside of my house, which we are approaching here. I just redid my exterior. This is what July looks like to me if it was a house exterior. July is very like dark purple, dark blue to me. And of course the wreath is just perfect. Again, I love the theming. I think I have a picture of what it looked like before. That is sort of like the ordinary time design of my house, I would think. Okay, here we are in my home. I just redid this and I'm very, very happy with the way this came out. Look at those wind physics. Look at the design. Look at the incense design. Look at that couch, tissue box. Everything is stunning in this game. Like, have you seen such textures and lighting? Oh, it's so gorgeous. Look at the gyroids. Oh my god. I just wanted to do a little 360 tour. The only thing about this room is that the wallpaper doesn't allow for windows. Look at it. And I'd love to have windows because I like to see the seasons outside and like when it's raining and stuff. But this wall was just too good not to put up. It's too July. It's too stunning. It changes colors. I love it. I have those garlands up there and I just love them so much. He is decorated head to toe, H2T, as Tyra Banks would say. We have a little cat corner over here. We have a little corner for like when you get home and maybe you got to take a phone call and you put your stuff in your little locker and check the bulletin board, and nice relaxing living room area with games of all kinds. Lots to do in here, and a nice sitting on the floor area because I am a girly who loves to sit on the floor and do stuff. Sometimes you just do your makeup on the floor. Do I have a makeup item? Yes. Okay. But really, mostly it was just so I could have the mirror in the room. And I kind of want to scooch this in a little. Y'all mind if I just adjust this really quick? Okay, look how cute. It's like I'm doing my makeup on the ground. You see the vision with my stuffed animal, my stuffy? I like to be realistic with it. Anyway, you've seen enough of my main room. I put my place and KK Waltz on the wall because those are two of my favorites. All right, let's check out my other rooms. Oh, nothing in this one. That will eventually be a kitchen. Okay, so this is one room that is actually decorated as well. This is just a cozy little back room. I wanted just like a nice, like sort of creative room where I could just turn my brain off. You know, this was like real life. Do some crafts, play some games, watch big screen, medium screen, and little screen at the same time. Cozy up by the fire. Oh, there's I Love You and KK Bossa, which are two of my other faves. Some of my other faves. They really popped off with the design in this game. They just did. Look, there I have another stuffy by my bed, or by my sitting spot. I always have a stuffy. Here's where I go do dreams. Yeah, I don't know how this collection happened, except I like it, and also that's why this mirror was here, was because before I didn't have easy access to a mirror. I'm gonna get rid of that now. So eventually that will be my bedroom. And so that's my house for now. Okay, back outside. Here we have my huge yard. I'm just gonna make a nice hangout, stoner's paradise kind of vibe for myself, you know, just like really lush, lots of plants, all that good stuff. Back here we have a little private beach area for myself. Yeah, I don't know, just, you know, it's cut off by the river mouth over here and it's right by my house, so I just have this really nice property. Yeah, down here, you know, it'll just be a nice little hangout area, lots of candles and lights and just a really vibey area. And I also plan on putting a memorial to my late mother down here. I was gonna put her, of course, some sort of memorial in the island graveyard, and I will still put some sort of reference in there to her, but I want her close to home. So anyway, moving right along. We are moving deeper, more into the neighborhood. This will be the entrance from here into Tabby's graveyard. Up here will be a human resident house. My neighbor, I plan on this house being, I'm thinking this one's going to be really, 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 really kid-core. Primary colors, toys, like the whole shebang, like basically everything red, blue, and yellow. Like my fencing here mixed in with the hedge fencing, the best fencing. We're moving into the second half of the neighborhood now, and you first come upon Roswell's. This is a finished design. I don't really have plans to change it unless I get new items or like, I don't know, think of something that might work better. It's a little bit barren, but this is barren to me. That's saying something, but I think you know, I need to add a little bit more back here. But I like this. I like keeping it simple for now, at least, to help deal with lag, which I am already starting to get on my island, and it just sucks. So I'm really gonna try to figure out how to aid in that, because it's very annoying. I don't like it. This little summer item's just this little cooler. Roswell is a little bit of a thinker. He's an ideas guy. He likes to come up with really creative ideas and thoughts. You know what I mean? And I am not sure what to say about that, but you know, he's obviously based on Area 51, aliens, crop circles, Roswell, where alien stuff happens, obviously. Yeah, so this is his house. You know, you can see he also likes to collect a lot of stuff and put it in his yard. He has a lot of good objects here that he's collected over the years. I love that. I mean, I love that for him. I'm very into that. You can look at the stars over here, get some gas for your car. Oh, it turns on and off. I didn't know that. I'm just learning that now for the first time. Is it? Or is it just clicking? Whatever. I really love this storefront item because that window glows and it really helps. It makes it look like there's another house back there and like gives it the neighborhood lots of depth. So I really like that. I really like the way that looks. He lives right across from Tasha here. Tasha is going to have he's gonna have a basketball court. Lots of graffiti. I wanted to feel like it came right out of New York City, baby. I can only do one accent, and that's not one of them. So just move along. So really heavy city core vibes for Tasha here. Can't wait for that. I might not change her exterior at all. I kind of really like it, but we'll see. I think I want a little bit more metal going on. And of course we have to put a wreath on that. All the houses will get wreaths. Look at this weather. Is this not perfect? This is a thick thunderstorm. There's no breaks in those clouds. It's gorgeous. This is exactly the vibe I want for my island. A rainy day, dark rainy day. Okay, continuing on. The next house, look how cool this looks in like the rainy darkness, all the glowing stuff. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Oh, I really like this. Okay, so I just built this the other day and I was feeling a little bit unsure about it, but now I'm feeling more sure and I like it a lot. This is Sprocket's house. I can't remember if I already said that, but he is of course a metal ostrich. I just think he is so cool looking. I love his texture. I love metal. I don't know, I've just been really obsessed with like metal texture, especially in this game recently. Been very inspiring to me. I guess in my head Sprocket is an alien and it just sort of happened. I was picking objects that were, look, Sprocket phone home, okay? If you know, you know. He also has a gas tank. I don't know why not. Maybe he eats gas or something since he's metal. He's like a robot. We have another locker here so I can get changed over here. Look, he phoned home. You feel me? So that is what's going on here. He is attempting to contact his family in the beyond. Oh, look how perfectly hidden I am behind there. That's cool. Well, that's not a very good photo op then, is it? Let me bring this forward. That's a little better. Anyway, yeah, so originally my idea, and you'll see on my map design, I wanted everything here to be metal, but that proved immediately to be not possible. There's not enough metal, or I didn't have enough metal items. I wish these would be different from each other. How do I get it to be a different mode? These weeds, why is they're all just fully complete? This one over here isn't. Interesting. Anyway, lots of glowing moss. Oh my god, I didn't realize I put these gyroids opposite each other. That's kind of cute. I think I'm gonna change it though. I think I'm gonna swap it for this plushie. Yeah, I like that. Even though that was cute and it kind of looked like they were like having a conversation or fighting. What am I putting over here? The mom's plushie. Yeah, cute. I like that. Yeah. Basically, I can sum it up. Oops. By just saying Sprocket phone home. But I'm really happy with the way this looks. I again love his exterior just the way it is. It's all metal. I'll probably change it because I'm just like that, but hello Moose, would you like to say hi? Moose is here. He was just out in his catio enjoying the nice weather. And now he's here to say hi. Oh, you gonna lay there? You can lay there. Hi, baby. Hey. Oh, you're laying right there. Guys, oh my gosh. He has never done this. Oh, don't stop recording. No. Look at the balloon going by. That's such a vibe. Hello, handsome. Oh. You leaving? He's gonna go lay behind me. Oh, it's a man. Look at you. I would lay my life down for him. That's Moose. He loves a fleece blanket, and he's gonna be napping back there. I'm gonna work on getting a cat cam. So yeah, that's Sprockets. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think I really like it. Look at it from this angle when you can kind of see the window there. Yup. All right. Okay. Next, across from Sprocket, we've been seeing him walking around. Here he is. He's Sid. Hey there, girlie. Been a spell and a half since we spoke, I reckon. Sid appears to be a reference. In my opinion, it's definitely a reference to Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols. Love Sid Vicious. I had to have Sid. He's punk. He's perfect. Look at his black rain outfit. So technically he's British, so I think he would say like, hey there, girlie. Been a spell and a half since we spoke, I reckon. Although, but like a more baritone. Hey there, girlie. Been a spell and a half since we spoke, I reckon. Maybe a little bit more like that. That's what Sid would say. That weren't on purpose, were it? He didn't say wasn't. That wasn't on purpose. Is it grammatically correct to say were? That weren't on purpose, were it? Even an old cuss like me's not made of stone. Anyway, good to see ya. That's the accent I can do. Anyway, that's probably not how Sid Vicious sounds, but this is how Sid of My Island sounds. You got that? Okay, cool. Anywho, he's gonna have a similar, just like rock and roll paradise. I mean, what else is there to say? Just like lots of black and red, records, musical instruments, CDs, moody lighting, leather, paraphernalia, etc. Okay, so that's Sid. I can't wait for Sid's house. All right, so that's the neighborhood. This is my neighborhood of eight villagers, and then I have 2 that live, they're sort of rogue. They live on their own, and we will see them very, very soon. But now we're about to exit this main neighborhood area and enter the campsite. It's really nice to walk in like through this little entrance that I have. Oh, I meant to clean up these flowers. Look, blue and purple though. It's so July. I love that. Okay, so this is the little dreamy pink, purple, blue pastel, gorgeous, just yummy, delicious. Just really like I'm just a girl and I wanted my pink campsite. You know what I mean? Like, look how cute. There's just toys and treats and flowers everywhere for crafting and vibes and just doing stuff. Lots of sweets. And this gotcha machine, is that what it's called? I love this item. We have this kitty stereo, or I guess it's called wooden block stereo in this game, but it's customized. The pastel. I love the light from the ice cream lamp there and the mush lamp here. Yeah, I wanted to use these kid tent items, put them around the campsite. I just always think that looks so effective and nice. There's a little sitting area up here. So again, little flower cleanup is needed, but you can look at the ocean. Come back here and view aquamarines. Aquamarine. Look, even these candles are like aquamarine. That's gorgeous. Yeah, get some balloons. I just wanted this to be really fun and colorful and bright, and I think I did that. Yeah, you can sit and have some strawberry milk if you're into that. I'm more of a chocolate milk girly. Then there's even this little, somehow I'm gonna try to point the way that there's a little alcove over here, and I want to put a spot to sit, and you can just eat some cotton candy and look out at the ocean. I thought that was nice. Get that going soon enough. Oh, there's just this tiny little, it's decorated right here. You can't really see it, but you can see the dollhouse and the jam over there on the right, but I don't know. It's just cute, and I like the light from the dollhouse a lot. Okay, let's make our way down, and here we will come upon, oh, hi, Tabby. How are you? I like your grape umbrella. Oh, hey, Catherine. How have you been? I haven't seen you around. Oh, boast. Sorry, yeah, I guess I haven't talked to the villagers in a while. Anyway, but here we are at Megan's house. Look at the way the light shines on those hyacinths. Is that not stunning? That just looks so beautiful to me. Before we get too far though, I do want to shout out this just little cliff upper area where I want to put, you know, like a wishing on stars area, star viewing area. What the F am I trying to say here even? Whatever, just like magical, like stargazing up here vibes. Like I want there to be like a little blanket and lay on and look up, and I just think that'd be cute. Yeah, lots of glowy lights, candles. I think that'll be nice. So I was picturing like a teddy bear tea party. I guess I will incorporate that. One thing I want to incorporate a lot of outside of Megan's house here is the My Melody items and the other Sanrio characters. Their furniture and clothes and stuff are just so iconic and amazing, and I'd really like to use them. Maybe even a few Mario items over here. Potentially. We'll see. I'm trying to pack everything into this island, as much as I can at least. Yeah, I've already put this bell here because I really wanted to I think this is just its final spot, honestly. I think this is where it goes. Let's line it up with these flowers. How lovely. You see the lag that happens over here? Yeah, I don't know. Plus it's raining. What do you think about Sid? Anyway, across this bridge here is this long pathway, which I plan on being kind of winding, spiraling, nice cottagecore pathway up to Daisy's house. Like I said at the beginning, she's my fave. She's my fave villager of all time. Yeah, I just love her so much. I love her design. I love the original shirt she wears. It's my favorite shirt in the Animal Crossing series. Yeah, so, but I was thinking recently that I might move we haven't seen it yet, but the farm, I think I might move it up here and incorporate that along this path. So we'll see. There's also eventually going to be stairs here leading up to Tabby's graveyard. This area also cuts through to where the post office will be. So just to, if I can get you oriented just a little, over here on the left is Hazel's and Tabby's. So yeah, I'm just picturing a lot of like brown and white items over here. You know, the cottagecore vibes, really light academia, shades of grayish. And Megan will also have a really sort of light white pastel area. Even lighter, I want it even lighter than this area. If I can establish that somehow, like more dreamy, more dreamy, more dreamy. That was David Lynch. He came to me for a moment and he said, you gotta make it more dreamy. Dream bigger. Make it more dreamy. And I said, okay. Oh my God, I was just filming and I didn't hit record. That's okay though. Anyway, I also don't remember what I was saying because I had to take a break, but we're leaving Megan's area now. And we're coming down here to Defam. Yeah, it's really just like plain and simple right now. And like I said, I want to bring these crops and sort of sprinkle them around the trail by Daisy's. Now, I never really got to decorating. I was just sort of looking for how I wanted the spacing to be. And then pretty much immediately decided that I didn't like this. This wasn't the final design at least. So I'm excited to see how that will change. We're here in the bottom right corner now of my island. This part is like the dead zone where I don't have anything going on, but I kind of like that because I like having this flexible area where I can move things over here if I need to change things up or think of something new that I want to put. I have this perfectly open space. There will definitely be a human, at least one human resident over here. Actually, Brain Blast. I think this might be a neighborhood. I think I might I'll get rid of the farm and there will be like 3 or 4 houses here, I think, of just human residents. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I have the vision. Anyway, speaking of human residents, this money is here for Aquamarine to upgrade her house. Still working on that, but I really need to get on that because these bells are bringing my island rating down. God forbid. So I only have one part of my beach decorated unless you count the amusement park items on the beach on the bottom left corner, but mostly there's just flowers so that they don't overpopulate everything. And the other part I have decorated is here where I have this sandcastle on the beach. I'm so pleased with how this came out. I saw someone do this and I've seen many people, you know, lots of posts on Tumblr and Pinterest and stuff of people making sandcastles like this. And I was like, that's literally genius. I need to do that. And I want mine to be sort of inspired by the I Spy Fantasy CD-ROM game, specifically the castle storyline where you save the princess, or you try to at least. If you can spy, you can spy like me. Anyway, just cute, simple. I don't know. I really like it. I spy a snail. Do you see what I see? Yeah, up here, just guarding the towers are little toys and a snail. Here's Sprocket. Look how sweet he is. He's so happy right now. I wish his eyes were open so you could look at how they glow. That's like my favorite part. He looks, oh my gosh, I just love his character design, and especially in the rain. He looks so good. I love him. Okay, little dinosaur here, and I don't know, yeah, just shout out to these pieces that can be made to look like sand. So beautiful. Oh, there's the dog plush there. Beautiful carp banner item. It's one of my favorite items in the game. And here's my dock. I've restarted my island a lot, right? But way back when, on one of my islands, I don't even remember when, but my partner put this object, this funny little tanuki object here, and he's just, you know, looking longingly, wistfully out to sea. And I like to come stand here with him and think about my partner, and it's just a vibe. But anyway, so every time I restart my island, I make sure to get this item and put it here on the dock. Just a little piece of my partner here on the on my island. Now, here we have Able Sisters over here. I imagine this will stay even when there's the neighborhood. I think that's cute. They'll just live here kind of by the shop. It'll just be kind of nestled into the neighborhood. Oh, look at Sprocket's eyes. They're open now. Even has like a really weird pupil. Wait, what? Ew, it's like light. It's spooky. I like it a lot. It's gonna fish. Careful near the water, bud. I think this will be a really traditional Able Sisters design of laundry and sewing. You know, little dresses displayed outside, whatever. Yeah, it'll be really cute and cozy. Across this bridge here, this nice sort of canal, easily fishable river, as Sprocket is kindly demonstrating. We'll see that we have completed the loop. We did a loop. Do a loopa around the island. We're back here at Nook's in the entrance, but just here outside of resident services, we have this little seasonal drink area is kind of what I want. Just a little seasonal gathering area outside of resident, I almost said resident hall, town services. Right now it's lemonade. It's not totally done. It's kind of, but it's effective enough. It's fine. I don't know. It's cute. It's summery. It is what it is. So yeah, I thought during the summer it could be sort of like a juice punch or like mostly lemonade, I guess I was thinking about. In like autumn, I could do cider, and in winter, it can be hot chocolate. I think it's just a nice little, I'm envisioning, you know, coming here for holidays or like when it's the firework festival and just being like, oh, now I can just come over here, grab a little lemonade and enjoy the festival. So yeah, that's a cutie little spot. Oh, that was very like, wow, 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 wow. So here we have my town hall. There will eventually be an incline up here to Daisy's, and you'll be able to smoothly, like, I'll probably use this to cut to my house, probably through the graveyard like that, and then up the street. I think that's like the shortcut to my house. Isn't that cute? You have to go through the graveyard. I'm not too sure how I'm gonna decorate around here. Maybe a park. I just really want to keep in mind that, you know, this is the central area. This is the plaza, the town square, the whole thing, town services and resident hall. It's all those things. A little park could be cute. For sure. Maybe even like just like right here, just a little park. And as you can see, this does cut over to the farm, which will be moved eventually. And I think I'm going to move this bridge. It's a little too high up. You know what I mean? I'm thinking it should line up a little more like here. And now that I know it's a neighborhood going to go over there, I want to change the bridge. Anyway. Okay. Another thing I would like to change here is to make this line up with resident services. I put it off, you know, because they're like off center, the visitors, and I don't know, but I don't like it. And it can so easily, it doesn't need to be like that. So I'm going to make that even. And yeah, then we have resident services. That's my island. Only area I didn't show, I guess, is my secret beach where Red shows up, but there's nothing there. The only thing of note is that you can walk down that incline and around to Aquamarines. It's perfectly accessible. As you probably saw when we were up there, there's nothing really going on, so it's not even really worth looking at yet anyway. So yeah, that's Wisteria. Thank you so much for joining me on my tour. Like I said, I just cannot wait to see how my island grows now that I kind of know where I want to go with it, and I have a lot more freedom with creativity and making things happen for myself nowadays. Please let me know your thoughts and any constructive criticism you had. I'm totally open to making a dialogue about literally anything. If you liked this video, please give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget to check out my socials, which are linked below. I'm very active on Instagram and I'd love to hang out with you there. Please remember to take care of yourself today. Try to do the things that you know make you feel good. Drink water, take your meds, and know that you always have a supporter in me. I'm wishing you all of the peace and love in the world. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.